Thank you for calling Morgan & Morgan. This is TR on the recorded line. In order to direct your call, can you give me a brief description of why you're calling?
Hi, I'm calling to follow back up on a report I made. It's very urgent and dire, and this would probably be one of the biggest lawsuits in history. And I need you to push my report up. And if I have to make another report, I will make another report so it can be pushed up, because I don't see a reason why, with such context that I have, that it wouldn't be followed up with a lawyer of some sort through your law firm.
Can you provide me with the spelling of your first and last legal name? I can locate your information.
Thank you so much. My name is Jacob Richardson.
Did you previously provide your date of birth?
I did. December 3rd, 2002.
Can you provide... One moment.
Thank you so much.
Is this in regards to a civil rights case?
That is correct, ma'am. There's an invasion of privacy.
So sorry to hear that. So sorry to interrupt you just now, and I'm really sorry to hear about this happening to you.
It's okay. Thank you so
Checking
much
the status of the case,
for your empathy.
after the attorneys reviewed the information that you provided, they've decided that they wouldn't be able to assist in investigating this further for you. However, if you would like, I can provide you with the state bar information so that they can refer you to.
I have evidence to work with.
Please?
I have evidence to work with. Why wouldn't they? Can you please read it for me? Read it for me. And right now I got a call with the deputy. One moment. Hi.
Hi, I'm looking for Jacob.
Yes, sir. This is him. I'm excited to hear you.
This is Deputy Bosch, the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, Deputy Bosch. Did I get that right? I'm sorry about
Yes,
that.
it's Bosch.
Oh, boss.
Bosch. B-O-S-C.
Oh, Bosch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have quite the problem. So right now the law enforcement has been quite the hassle, and I've been led to believe, I'm not coming directly at you, but through my experience thus far, it really feels like the law enforcement is passively working against me, ironically, on this situation. And I don't favor it. I don't like it. I've been contacting other resources, such as the news, which has been futile, with one hell of a story. And it's fishy how they turn me down. And it's like they're in cahoots, ironically.
Yeah.
I don't favor that. I don't like that. It even came to a point where I have to contact the mayor of Orlando, because that's how bad it is, because I feel like the law enforcement can't do their job on their end. And they're really not trying to work with me here, when this could be really one of the biggest lawsuits in history. I have so much context to work with. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have enough context to work with to ignite an investigation, I believe. And I'm so prominent and famous right now because that's how well known I am, through my broadcasted platform that is filming me and capturing my audio without consent. That there's context everywhere. People know me. People I don't know me. People in public places that I never seen before know me. And it's evident. And I don't like how the law enforcement, the news, people act like they don't know me, like I'm not real, like I don't have a documentary. And that's what upsets me. It's a serious problem in America. I'm literally fighting this by myself, it feels like. And I have vouchers from people. I even investigated myself. And this is not the first time I'm elaborating on this topic with a deputy like you. I shouldn't be calling this much. I shouldn't be, interacting this much with little to no progress being made towards an investigation. I'm really trying here, and it really feels like I'm against the whole world when it shouldn't feel like that. And this is literally a show, a documentary about my life that is not strictly, documented by the feds, the law enforcement, etc. There's exposure to the point where foreign countries have access to that platform. And I'm blackballed to the point where I don't know that platform. I can't find that platform. And there's a purpose for that because I guess it was supposed to be an authentic documentary where I was supposed to be broadcasted and captured without knowing. But of course, I got so famous to the point where I found out I have a documentary through other people in public that I never met before. You know, pretty much inferencing, insinuating that they seen or heard me from somewhere before, behind closed doors, outside, in public.
Jacob, how can I help you?
Okay, so right now it seems like the last deputy. I like that question. The last deputy that I was on the call with, that I could recall, claimed that he would assist my report and forward it to a detective, and there was, and I was told I would receive a response back, and I hadn't received a response back. I've been calling, checking up for an update, and they just say it's just a call for service, quote unquote, and that there's nothing towards progress. I'm like, okay. After hearing, I'm like, from.
Yeah, I was just saying. So nothing that you're alleging is what we investigate at the local government level, like the sheriff's office. So the deputy did document the incident, but there's no one that's going to be calling you back because there's nobody. Like we at the local level, we don't handle like defamation. We don't handle any of those suits. We only really handle the criminal aspects of it. So there is no one to follow up with it because we don't even have a unit that investigates any of that. That would all be federal level.
Okay, the Federal Bureau, right?
Yes.
So you know what's fishy? I tried contacting the Federal Bureau, and I believe the law enforcement blackballed me from the Federal Bureau because I tried contacting them when I never contacted them about the situation because I've been going through the law enforcement and they've been so distant and neglectful towards my situation that I finally came up with the idea and thought, okay, fine. I'll reach out to the Federal Bureau about this situation, and I made a report online, but I can't call them, and I never called them before about this situation here. I never called them before, and they say I'm like a repetitive tipster or something. That was like the reason, and I only call the law enforcement about the situation. And you want to know what's fishy? They led me to the professional standards, and every time I call the professional standards at the right time, at the right day that I'm supposed to call them, I'm led straight to voicemail every time. Like I feel like they're purposely, not answering me. Like I know I'm that well known in the law enforcement now that they know my number, and they purposely block my number in ways. Like they don't want to interact with me whatsoever. I don't like that.
So I apologize for that. I was like, they made at the local level though. There's nothing that we can really do to assist you because we don't even handle those cases.
All right, so look, I did some research and it contradicts his old statement saying the law enforcement doesn't handle those type of cases. But of course, I didn't know better. And I'm still trying to know better. Y'all lads could, do your own research. Keep these fuckers in check. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all think, the officer was leading astray, trying to deflect on his end.
So if we refer you to federal, unfortunately, it's up to them. And if they're not upholding their end, that would be their fault, and their professional standards would be their division to investigate it. Like I said, I was like, I don't know why they're doing that. I was like, I can call you back on the local end, but everything that you're saying is nothing that we would investigate on the local side. So like us or OPD, none of us would handle that.
I don't know why I'm just being briefed on this now. Why is it that I'm hearing this now after so many interactions?
Yeah, I don't know, Jacob. I was like, unfortunately, this is the first time I've ever spoken with you. But I was like, I mean, hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit more insight so that you can kind of find the answers that you're looking for. So yeah, I was like, anything to do with that, like harassment or publicity or all that photo stuff, that's all going to be federal. None of that is handled locally between us or OPD.
Okay, because I've been consistently redirected by the law enforcement, bounced around like a fucking hoe.
Because they don't have the answers, so they keep on trying to send you to somebody that does. But I can tell you that nobody locally is gonna have the answer to that.
Okay, so what can you do for me? Because this is literally possibly one of the biggest lawsuits in history if there's
mean,
progress made.
Yeah, I can give you documentation that you called and that you're advising us of the incident. Like, hey, I spoke to you. You called law enforcement. I'll notate that I told you that. Like, hey, we can't really assist you here. Your best bet is to find an attorney that can pick up the case and kind of force it to go forward with these big companies.
So there's no legal action I can take on these people that are broadcasting me. These are very prominent people.
No, sir.
I assure you. And it feels like, I don't know why, but it really does feel like the law enforcement was defending them. I'm not coming directly at you, but
No, I got you.
just the way I've been treated thus far, I put my own twos and twos, and I'm not that dumb. And they really try to gaslight me like my show is not real. I didn't like how they try to act like my show isn't real. Everyone knows about my show, especially the law enforcement. They have so much context to utilize. And I can't believe they can't utilize that context to take legal action on these people. I don't believe it. And I'm just hearing it from you.
Unfortunately for us, this is all going to be on the civil side and not the criminal side.
Hold on, let me know if y'all think this is, or whether or not this is a civil or criminal case. I think it's both. I really think it's both. I just want someone to elaborate to me on how it's not a criminal case.
But that local law enforcement doesn't handle the civil side at all.
So broadcast without consent.
No, sir.
Explicit images, videos, sensitive information, exposed.
No, sir. No, sir.
I need more than just documentation. Documentation is enough. Is not enough, and documentation is all I have through the law enforcement. There has to be more done.
Jacob, unfortunately, that's all I can give you. There's nothing more that I can give you to do that, because we don't investigate any of those claims, whether they're false or whether they're true. We don't touch them. We don't investigate them. That's not within our job description. We don't have the authority to.
Okay, well, that's a first. So there's nothing you could do to assist me, to forward it to the Federal Bureau or in any way, shape, or form?
No, we basically have no contact with them whatsoever. We basically completely function separate from them.
Wow. Okay. So what would you advise for me to do?
I would advise that you seek an attorney, that if an attorney can run with the case because they believe that there's money to be made in it, then that will kind of force them to push it in front of the federal stage.
But the reason why I can't really do that is because I don't know what platform it is. And that's why I was asking for an investigation to be done.
Unfortunately, Jacob, I don't have the answer to that because I don't know either.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. Okay. So just contact the Federal Bureau. Try to contact the Federal Bureau.
Yes, sir. And if they continue to ignore you, you probably need an attorney to force the issue.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Would you like your documentation for the calling in and me documenting it that I'm directing you towards there?
Yes, I would love as much documentation logged as possible.
Let me know whenever you're ready. I'll give you the number.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. It's 252
252
340
340
696.
696. I really hope you're not leading me astray, officer, because I don't know better. I don't know how the law enforcement works. I'm really going off the information you're giving me now, and this is new to me.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there is nothing that local law enforcement can do to assist you in this matter.
Okay. I really thank you for finally briefing me on that. And I'm acting and behaving this way because the way the law enforcement has treated me thus far. It was not cool. Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I won't take any more of your time any longer.
Yes, sir. You have a good day, okay?
Likewise. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
So they're telling me that they're out the game. But I still don't think the behavior is justified. I don't see why they can't, take legal action. On that one. But I don't believe it, but hey, they said they can't. The world probably going along with it, but the world probably knows better. But you kind of passively maneuvered you to hopefully make you stop contacting them about the situation. Why am I just being brief on this now? Why has any other deputy told me that, like, they don't know better? That's weird.
Thank you for calling Morgan & Morgan. This is Courtney on a recorded line. In order to direct your call, can you please provide a brief description of why you're calling?
Yeah, I wanted to call on about why couldn't I get an attorney for my situation.
Can you give me a brief description? Is it in regards to an auto accident, medical malpractice, slip and fall?
One moment. So basically, it's relative towards the law enforcement. They're pretty much refusing to. They're violating my civil rights by refusing to investigate and solve an issue that I have.
So I said this because, one, I have no resources, and I may not know better. I'm fact checking with the internet, and whether you believe it or not, it is a criminal offense through the wiretap, which I researched, and unfortunately, the guy claimed it wasn't because he didn't have that context, and I figured he had such context, but of course, he acted on the context I gave him. That was quite vague. And I briefed all the deputies prior on all my reports on how it works. And still nothing towards a detective. I have no way to get through them towards finding the root of the fucking, source of my broadcast. Towards, the fucking platform. I don't know. I wanted to follow up with a lawyer because I just can't believe anything nowadays. I feel like they're all trying to lead me astray, whether I like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And I already went through the Federal Bureau. I'm speaking from future tense because I'm just now posting this video. And they hadn't followed up yet. They're neglectful towards the situation. So I have to go through them. I have to, make them investigate it, which I think they can, but one or the other, they have to do something. I really wanted to call them out for an obstruction of justice, but that's incorrect. It's kind of like that in a different way because they have context. Literally, they're gatekeeping information about my broadcast. I know they're familiar with my broadcast. I'm that famous. They're literally gatekeeping information towards, information that could assist me towards solving this case. And, putting an end to the shit show. That's fucked up.
And it says right here, which I researched. However, a quote-unquote complete failure to investigate could potentially be a violation of a victim's civil rights.
My apologies for the interruption, sir. So I'm sorry to hear about this situation, but we can help you here. I do see here that for faster services and for this particular case type, we now have the ability to send you a text message with a link that will guide you to our website. Once there, you'll be able to enter your information and receive a decision on your case within 5 minutes or less. What will be the best phone number to send you the link?
Okay. I just want to brief you on that, or I just want to elaborate on that because I did that and nobody followed up.
And on the link to further assist you.
No. I'm pretty much saying I did that and no one followed up when it's a valid case for an attorney, and I'm really questioning if Morgan is a sham. Like, is it real? I'm asking, is it real, or do they waste people's time? Because I have a valid case to work with.
But in regards to this case type, it's a link that you can add your information to.
Okay, I'm telling you, I'll do it again, but I already did that. And I'm calling for an update asking why they hadn't reached back out to me about the problem when I have context and evidence to work with, and it's a valid cause for a lawyer. This is like an easy win. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's weird. And that's why I'm here, hoping you could do something about it. Maybe. Is there anything you could do about that? On your end?
Let me go ahead and get you transferred to one of our case professionals, and they'll further assist you.
Okay.
May I place you on a brief hold?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for calling Morgan and Morgan. My name is Allie. I'm a case consultant on a recorded line.
Hi.
Here to have a pleasure of speaking with.
Hi, I'm Jacob Richardson. Hi, Ali. I'm calling and I wanted to follow up. I was just on a case I did or sent prior, and I was referred to a representative about this situation where an attorney didn't follow up with me on a report I made that's valid, and I'm questioning whether or not Morgan was a sham for that, because I have contacts to work with, I have evidence to work with, I have a valid, reason and a cause towards, my civil rights being violated by the law enforcement, and I wanted to take legal action through them for not working with me. And I'm questioning why they didn't follow back up when I'm referring to Morgan and Morgan.
I truly understand your concern. All right, let me take a look at the case details. All right, I was taking a look at all of the information, all of the records from the consultation request, and yes, I do see that it was submitted on the 21st for a team to study it, and I can also see that on the 22nd, the next day, our team contacted you.
They did?
They were, able to explain that. Yes, I can see that. They were able to explain that. It was not a matter that they could look into. We are not best suited to work on the case, but because it's not a case of official claim. We are just not best suited to try to move on and work on it at this moment. If you like, I can share the information that they should have been able to provide that day. I can send that back to you on a text message.
Okay.
I'm also going to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to change that because I'm telling you right now, this is one of the biggest lawsuits in history, and there's a lot of people that will be watching and in tune around the world. I have little to no resources to fund for a lawyer. I have nowhere else to go. I have context and evidence to work with that I've documented and gathered and investigated myself because I had no choice and they forced my hand. And I don't see why this isn't a worthy case. This could ignite the career for the lawyer that's representing me. This is something that Morgan and Morgan can work with. If y'all don't pick up this case, it makes y'all look bad. How many cases do y'all actually pick up? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really good. And I actually put in work for this. And it just disappoints me that they treat me that way. And I don't want to believe that it's not something that they can work with. Because y'all not good enough, or the claims isn't good enough when they didn't even try to contact me for more information, evidence. Why is that? They didn't even try. It's like, push them to the side, just like everyone else. That's not fair. Y'all would be known as heroes in history. Literally, I'm really famous. I'm well known. It's relative to a broadcast. That's all I wanted to say. That's why I'm really asking you here to work with me. Find a way. Open a door for me. Push it up for me. Anything. Ask what evidence I have. Tell them, hey, investigate it more. Interact with it more other than just sending a message, oh, this is not good enough. I never heard of that before. You don't hear and read that type of report and context and just push it to the side. Y'all should be going all in, embracing it, trying to figure it out. See if whether or not this is a worthy case. Do you really think their discernment is that good or valid? I really question their judgment. Seriously, that's all I wanted to say. I'm really asking for help here. That's how bad it is. It's that serious right now. It's a serious problem in America.
I know it's not easy to, go through a situation like this. I know it can be, frustrating, can be concerning at the same time. And, I truly wish it was something that we could work on, but we are not best suited to move on with the process at this moment. I'll share the information that the legal team, was able to provide at that first time. I'll send it back to you in a text message. I'll just get it ready. And I'm also going to add an additional contact where you can reach out. Once you call them, they'll help you finding the right law firm. They will guide you in the right direction to, find the right legal team. That way, they can help get the case going as soon as possible. The fact that our law firm is not suited to work on the case doesn't mean that it's not a case or that it's not a potential claim or, that it's not worth pursuing at all. We are just not suited to try to move on right now. But I'll get the information ready and I'll send it back to you in a text message.
All right. I really think you should try. I think you should follow up with the legal team one more time for me, if you can do that. I know you can only do so much, but if you can do that, because I figured the legal team would know better. If you can do that, that would be great. If you can't, fine. It is what it is. Send me the contact information. I'll see if I can work with them. If it's the Bar Association, don't even bother. They're useless and futile. But I will leave now. I'll refrain from the call. You have a good rest of your day, okay?